Welcome to the Life of Hair. My name's James Atkinson, and in this episode we're doing another electric sessions. The electric sessions happen every quarter, and it's a great way of electric collaborating with other fantastic artists in the industry. This time they're collaborating with the DNA Art Space, an amazing collaboration between Dale Hearn and Angelo. They have opened up an amazing salon in Nottingham, a space like no other. A collaboration between barbering, hair, beauty, jewellery, clothes, you name it, it's happening in their salon. So we're going to head on in and see what they've got to say.
We ship it to Italy, and we use a specialist aerosol filler that allows it to be, reborn with the hairspray. We've done the same with the mousse, we used avocado oil, so it's the same process. Right, so, a big round of applause.
First of all, I just want to say it's an absolute pleasure and honour for myself and Dale to be here. We are very much about collaboration. We're very much about working with different artists who are on the same wavelength and have the same vision for the industry. And that vision is very much about progressing the industry. So that's what me and Dale are all about. DNA Art Space is about working and collaborating with people that kind of want to flip it on its head a little bit.
My name is Dale. I'm the D from DNA Art Space. It's different to Angelo. Been hairdressing the same amount of time. Started off before hairdressing doing carpentry. Do you want to talk about our philosophy, Angelo, as regards to the way we teach and the direction we go with our assistants and stylists?
So the philosophy behind DNA is like so we wanted to come up with a creative space. We wanted it not to be called a salon, so we could really attract a different type of hairdresser as well. Okay, so we was very, like Dale was at Brush, I was at another salon which was called Zillow in Holland, and it just was one day I was just like, this is just not enjoyable anymore. So we wanted to meet there. I said to Dale the same thing, and it was just the environment we was in. So we tried to come up with an environment that was a lot more creative, not just for the clients but also for the staff. So for me, it was when I was light bulb experience, it was like, okay, if I was walking past this salon right now, would I be interested in going in? And the answer was no. So what we did, we created a space that was, you want to think twice about going in, and then when you're in there, you're captivated by it. That actually, what is going on here? So when you come in, it's all open space. We've got a male grooming, we've got a photography studio in there, we've got someone doing makeup, there's someone coming in and doing tattoos. So it's like also collaborating with different sort of artists.
Obviously, it's carried such a stigma. I haven't been hairdressing for years, but I was in that crossover where a lot of my clientele would come up to me and say, "You ain't got a blade, have you? I'm not going to use a blade." That was more the Croydon days. But it's so I was scared of it. I've never seen it at this point. I was scared of it. Now I've got a blade. Just scissors.
So I had to go through a training program for a week, and then Shay Dempsey and Michael Porcelli taught me how to use it.
So you do content where you don't think the blade is the right thing to use. What do you do? Do you just go on with your scissors like normal?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. Do you still try and use the blade?
No. if it doesn't need a blade, then
You're like, this is my favorite thing.
And this is something I like to do with dry hair, and you're making it weightier and chunkier.
Yeah, so where I've got the graduation through the back and the one length, the difference in elevation in between here, I'm literally just taking that corner off. So exactly the same. It's a bit like a scissor over comb technique, exactly the same, but it's worked on longer hair. So we find the hair exactly at the angle we want, and then we work through. So we're going from graduation into layering, and like you say, it just creates really nice floatiness throughout the hair. And it creates, even like on heavier shapes like this, they still need to move.
So this is actually the way the tailor's hair is dried naturally. So that kind of shape that we've put in has just worked brilliantly with that. What I'm going to show you is how you can kind of texturise it or work with it to give it a little bit more of that kind of, like, shoes going out, or a little bit more of an edge to it, by also kind of in through that front bit, this fringe was really overgrown. So what we've done is kind of put that back in a little bit more, just so that you've got a little bit more of a kind of bolder focal point going in there. And I'll pass you back to Mark.
I'm going to cut, you know, something we've seen quite a lot of is the mini fringe, and I'm just going to incorporate one of our broken weight line techniques into cutting this. And sometimes, you know, I'll have a client who'll, you know, people will come in and you have the consultation before you shampoo. And they'll say to me, do you think I would suit the fringe? You know, that's normally where it gets introduced. Or the other one is when you're in a bar and your friend introduces you and says, this is Mark, he's a hairdresser. What do they say? What would you do with my hair? And if, you know, if you're 2 gin and tonics in and you've got your scissors in the pub, someone can quite easily have a fringe there and there. Use product to create a picture. You know, in 2019, it's about making it look like you haven't used product to create the look. And then, you know, natural movement, natural textures, and then putting a statement piece and a focal point. So thank you for letting me do that, Mel. You'll play the piano just as well now. Great. So, hello, it's you.
Kind of working, like I said, just with Taylor's natural kind of movement in her hair, enhancing that, but kind of keeping it with a little bit more of a kind of grunge feel to it, but actually still keeping it quite nice and feminine.
And then completely one length, and obviously it's naturally curly, so just touching on what the brush is, it's so important in your consultation to find out what they do with their hair and what, you know, what texture it is naturally. Are they going to spend time straightening it? Do they want to do that? Or do they just want to wear it natural? And Lydia always does wear hers natural, so we thought we'd work with that. And I'll talk you through the cut and stuff.
Thanks. Okay, let's fix to my board, I think. Okay, so, actually Lou, do you want to stand up? Should we go over? So this is a before and after. So Lou, this was her before this morning when she turned up. And one of the things is the picture here is also Lou's. Right, which is something that she really liked, and it was like, great. But there was 2 things here, right? As a hairdresser, immediately when I met Lou, she's got shitloads of hair, and I mean shitloads of hair. We cut more off of Lou's hair than she's actually got left on her head, okay? And this is really where consultation is key, because this young lady here has very little hair. It's quite fine texture, medium amount of it, very European. Lou has got loads of hair. I'm not going to swear again. But, so, what I could have done is immediately gone, you know what, you've got too much hair for that. That's never going to happen. You're not going to be able to recreate this at home. You know, maybe we can go a bit longer, maybe you can have to do a bit more work to it. But no, there are ways and techniques that we can use to actually create something that's similar and got a similar vibe with this. Alright? And the first way we have to do is to remove weight and remove hair.
I really deconstruct this fringe now, just so it sits in harmony with the rest. With the product, the layering, you can see that it's brought it to life, and I hope you like the final look.
So just a quick recap, it was very similar technique, but the underneath was done with a pen cutting technique, which really open create them positive and negative spaces. So you can see just when I was blowing it, you can just see it just moves really well. It's very effortless. It's all about effortless beautiful hair. At the moment, see me in 4 years and I'll be back from stuff again probably. At the moment I'll be here. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all for coming because it's great.
That's a lot of work actually in one night. Have a drink in the Walrus pub, which is out the door and turn right, and it's about 40 minutes.
And there we have it, some fantastic philosophies there, electric, DNA, with different mentalities, lots of razoring from Angelo there, as we said in the beginning. He got very talented with that razor, and Dale's precision work from his background at Rush, many years of working with him personally at Rush, and he's a super guy. In fact, they're both amazing people. And thank you very much again to Mark Woolley for inviting me to the DNA and electric collaboration here down in Brighton. So thank you for that, guys. If anybody wants to participate in the sessions, you just need to get hold of Duncan Baxter on Instagram. I will link his Instagram just there. If you've enjoyed this episode, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, whether you enjoy this particular type of episode. But I just want to bring you as many industry events as possible. So enjoy your week, and I'll see you again for another episode of The Life of Hair on Sunday.